You decide one day to start playing League. At first, you have no idea what you're looking at, but one thing immediately stands out. There's a sword called Doran's Blade, a shield called Doran's Shield, a ring called Doran's Ring, and you stop for a second. Who is Doran? Is he some ancient god? A legendary warrior? The top laner of T1? Well, no. Doran isn't even a champion. He's an old blacksmith. That's it. Or at least, that's what you think. But then you learn that Doran was taught by Ornn himself.
I taught Doran everything he knows.
Yes, the god of the forge. The guy who crafts weapons for gods and complains about literally everyone. And somehow, despite Doran never appearing in game, he became one of the most influential people in all of Runeterra. Every warrior starts with his blade.
Demacia!
Every mage buys his ring. Every player who's scared of getting poked in lane hides behind his shield.
Noxus!
Doran's creations are so good that Riot has kept them in game for more than 15 years. And also added to more. But here's where things get weird. According to League's old lore, Doran was a genius inventor. He forged legendary weapons, and his craftsmanship was unmatched. Then one day, he got kicked in the head by a donkey. I'm not joking. And after that accident, he mysteriously lost the ability to improve them, which is Riot's hilarious explanation for why Doran's items don't build into anything. Doran's blade is the most balanced of the starter items. It provides a combination of damage, health, and sustain, making it the safest choice in many matchups. Players often buy it against engaged champions or lanes where avoiding every ability is unrealistic. The extra survivability helps you stay alive through burst while still dealing enough damage to trade back. For example, an ADC facing Leona or Nautilus will often prefer Doran's blade. If one engage lands, the extra health and sustain can be the difference between surviving and giving up.
First blood.
Doran forged the blade for warriors. Ironically, most people buy it because they are afraid of dying. Doran's bow is the aggressive option. It sacrifices some safety in exchange for stronger offensive stats, making it ideal for champions that want to snowball early and accelerate their scaling. Players pick it when they believe they can pressure their opponent and create an advantage from the very start of the game. A champion like Jinx might choose Doran's bow against a weaker early game lane such as Smolder and Lulu, hoping to dominate lane and reach her power spikes faster. The bow rewards confidence and proactive play. If Doran's blade says, I hope I survive, Doran's bow says, nah, I'd win. And if you don't, well, your teammates will definitely let you know, because the bow is high risk, high reward, and high chance of getting flamed if you feed. Doran's shield is designed for difficult lanes. It grants more health and reliable healing through its passive and flat health regeneration. It makes it extremely effective against poke champions and repeated short trades. Classic examples include melee champions facing ranged laners like Teemo, Varus, Vayne. Damage is temporary, health regeneration is forever. Doran's helm is the defensive option against champions that want to fully commit to a fight. Instead of granting more health, it provides resistances, increasing a champion's effective health and reducing incoming damage. While Doran's shield is usually stronger against poke, the helm becomes more valuable against burst and all-in champions. A mage facing Zed or a top laner against Riven might choose Doran's helm to survive their burst and force longer fights. Always remember, when your opponent's game plan is violence, wear a helm. Doran's ring is the standard starter item for most mages. It grants ability power, health. Its passive restores mana over time or health instead. Champions like Ahri, Orianna, Syndra, Victor and Annie frequently start with Doran's ring to gain stronger lane presence from level 1. It's incredible how Doran's ring is the reason mages can miss every spell and still have enough mana to try again. In 2020, when Riot launched Nexus Blitz, they introduced 4 special starter items known as the Lost items. 3 of them were alternate counterparts to Doran's original creations: Doran's Lost Blade, Doran's Lost Ring, and Doran's Lost Shield, each one built upon the identity of its original counterpart. And then there was Doran's Lost Idol, the only Doran item designed specifically for enchanters. It granted ability power, mana regeneration, and increased healing and shielding power. Unfortunately, when Nexus Blitz was removed, the lost items disappeared with it, becoming little more than a forgotten chapter in League's history. So, why are Doran's items so cheap? This is actually a genius game design. Doran's items are extremely gold efficient, very strong in the early game, and impossible to upgrade. You buy them to survive or dominate lane, then eventually you sell them, which makes them feel almost poetic.
4.
You start every journey with Doran, and once you've grown strong enough, you leave his creations behind.